Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to discuss on how to install packages in R, and at the same time how to import Excel file to this R. So in my case, I'm using R Studio. So R Studio is an IDLE for this basic R. Which is a graphical user interface. So in the first case, the first step for you to be where am I today, so you have to download R Studio and the R, which is the R way, so that you can install them fast. So that's the first step. So let us assume you have gone to your browser, because R is free. Just go to your browser, search R Studio and R, and you download them and install in your desktop. So that's the first step. So assume we have downloaded it and you have opened it, and now this is where we are, and now this is the R Studio. So if you look at this, we have some windows here. So start from, this is the source window, we have the console at the other side, we have the files, and we have the environment, this side, history, and so on. So by default, I've changed the arrangement of this. So by default, you normally get the environment at this at the top, at this far end, but I have interchanged them for easy accessing of the codes. I can do the codes on the source, and I can be able to see the output, the result, I mean at the console also. I can even work from the console easily. So, but you don't need to worry about that. So the first step is I want us to start with so let me start in starter in R. Sorry, for comments we normally use hashtag to do the comments. So you can put a comment, tab key for space, so that you can have a format space. So I'd rather say installing packages and importing data. So in this case, actually is a CSV data. So that's the first, that's the title for that. We can also say maybe the packages we need in this. So the packages we are going to install, the packages that we need here is one, tidyverse, and the next one is R Markdown. So this is the packages that we need, and for the data, actually is data is a CSV file. Yeah, so this is the file that we are going to import, and this is what we are going to do today in this video. So the first step, the step I'm going to, or the approach that I'm going to use to import this data is actually the easiest way to import any data, either XRS file or CSV file. Now, for you to use that approach, first you need to install this tidyverse package. So we need this in our R Studios. That's why now this comes our first thing to handle today. So the first thing we need to handle here is install package. So this is the first step, packages. So we are going to install a package. We are going to start with tidyverse. So there are two approaches of installing also these packages. So if you go to console, you can even write install dot packages, so you'll be able to see the function at this far end. So this is the function that we are going to use to install this package. So just put it on our R script here and say install dot packages. So you see, you can have it, so you just click it. Then now the name of the package is tidyverse, but make sure in between this you must put quotes first. So you put quotes like that, and now the name of this the name of the package is tidyverse. and so on. So if we need also markdown, we just put a comma, quotes, and the name of the packages are markdown. So if you have even 10 packages, so that's how you install them. So this is the first approach to install this package. So then second approach is when you go to direct to packages. If you click package on this, you will see the window where it's written install packages. So you can just also click there and you'll have this. So in this, you just do the same, the name of the package that you need, you put comma. The next one is add markdown, markdown. You can see we have it there, comma. If you have even 10 packages, you do like that, just like that, and so on until the last one. So that's then after you have listed the package, the number of packages that you need, you just click install. So and they will just, if you have internet, they will just install installation starts automatically immediately. I mean, let us cancel this, and now we are going to use this approach. So to use this approach, just highlight the code and go click run, just like that. So you realize on this console we have some this has been rendered to this, so we have some work going on here. So would you like to use personal library instead? Let us say yes, put yes there, and the installation will start. Good. So depending on you see the download has started, depending on the speed for your internet, so it will take just not just more than a minute, so less than 1 minute. So for instance, you have seen Tidyverse successfully unpacked. So up to this point, you see the downloaded binary packages array. So the packages have been downloaded successfully. So if I go to my packages, so this is a list of packages. Now you scroll down up to where we have you can scroll down. So that's a number of packages that I've installed. So you'll be able to see add markdown for dynamic documents, and at the same time I can be able to see Tidyverse. You can see Tidyverse is installed and load Tidyverse. So if you need the information of this Tidyverse, like for instance, you may ask yourself, what's this Tidyverse? So you can just click here and you'll be able to get some information on Tidyverse functions and so on. So for the description of this, you just click description of file, and now you'll be able to see a nice documentation of this package. So the version, you can see the version of the package, the title of that package, and the description actually is here. So you can be able to read this description. For instance, the Tidyverse is a set of packages that work in harmony because they share common data representation and API design. This package is designed to make it easy to install and load multiple Tidyverse packages in a single step. Learn more about, so there's a URL to that, so you can click there to learn more about this Tidyverse. So we have some suggestions at the same time at the end to this. That's how you can get the information about these Tidyverse the packages. Now today I'm not going to use the add markdown, but in our next video we are going to use this add markdown now to work with add markdown in RStudio. But today I'm much interested on Tidyverse. Now after you have installed the Tidyverse, that was the first step for us today. Now the next one is to load to import CSV file. So the next step is import CSV file. So that's what we are going to do. Now for you to do this, first you have to locate the folder where you have your data. So for instance, if I click on file, I'll be able to see that on this PC local disk D under YouTube training 2022, I have the data by the name practical data. So this practical data actually is a CSV file. So you can be able to see the description under this. So we have you can see we have this. So the description of this file is actually a CSV. Now this is where we have this this data. So first let me move to this. So I have to save this. Let me go to file. I save this as script. Go to save as. Save as. Now I locate that folder which is record disk YouTube training and then R. So this is where we have this data. So I have to store my R script in that. So that folder. So let me call it practice. Practice. Practice 2022. Just like that, and the brace. Okay, let me call it actually. Let us call it the intro to R Studio. Let me call it like that. Then I just save it. Good. Now the next step is after I've saved this R script, you can see the title. We have now the title here. It's intro to R Studio. Now the next step is to load. Now this was our second task, which was to import this CSV file. So in this we have steps. Now step 1, now we can call it 2.1, is a load tidyverse package. Now we have to load this tidyverse package. Now to load that we use library function. So library, double click that, and now in key in tidyverse. So this time we are not using the quotes, so you can see tidyverse the students for that, just like that. Now highlight this and click run to execute. So you will see it will take just a few seconds to load that tidyverse package, and you realize this tidyverse package comes along with 8 packages on it. So you have something like ChchiProt, yeah. So you can see this is the tidyverse by attaching packages. So this tidyverse has some packages on it. So this we have actually there are 8 in total. So we have ChchiProt too. Tipo, we have tidyr, readr, focus, string r, we have put and dib. So readr. Now the reason as to why I started with this package, because I needed to do import of this CSV file, is that this readr is used to read a CSV file. So that is the reason as to why I needed this R tidyverse. So in future, maybe in our next videos, we're going to do some data visualization like graphs, histogram, box plot, and so on. So in that case, we are going to use ChchiProt too. So ChchiProt is responsible for that. You can see forecast, so for forecasting and so on, and this one is for data management. Like if you want to if you want to subset the data, so you will be able to use that. Good. So after we have done loading of the package, now the next step is now to import that data. 2.2. So import CSV file. Now to do that, we need to go to locate where on this R Studio there is where it's written file. So you have to locate that file. So click file. Now if you click file, at the far end we have 3 dots. So that's written go to directory. Where it's written go to directory. So go to this and go to directory. So we have to move to that folder where we have our data. So it was this folder R. So you open that just like that. Click open. Good. So you realize now in this R Studio, within this R Studio, we have a directory. So we have this data practice data.csv and we have intro. This was the name of the R script that we renamed earlier. Now after doing that, the next step is to go to where it's written on the menu bar, where it's written session. Click session. go to set working directory and go to source file location. So you have to follow those steps, just like that. So you will see we have set a working directory of this from this folder. The folder was under disk D, the folder name, which is YouTube 2022, and the subfolder which is R. So that's the second step. After doing that, now it means we are ready to import this data to R Studio. Now the next step is to go to this folder, double click. So if you double click, you have two options. You view the data and you import the data. So click import the data set. So you click import the data set, and now you see a new pop-up window that's written retrieving data, that's trying to retrieve the brief data. And at the far end we have the option, the library required, and the view, and so on. So you have to wait until the time you see, you have to wait for a few seconds, like you'll be able to see a data preview. You have to see the columns and the rows of that data. So in this data we have 4 variables. We have y, x1, x2, x3. So immediately you see the preview. Now this will come like the import will be active. This option of import will be active. So it means now we are ready to import our data. So click import, just like that. So if you click import, now you realize immediately something has changed here. In our R Studio we have the data already in our R Studio, and if you check on the environment, still we have that data, which has 49 observations and 4 variables. And now you can see on the console some activities have been going on, and you can see from here we have library, we have under the practice data CSV, and so on. So what you do for the purpose of future reference, you just go to console, copy these two, and go to this R script, and I paste those codes here. So I paste them there, just like that. So it means right now I can go to my console and click Ctrl R, and now I can, like this environment, you see we have this data, right? So I can be able to even now to create this environment. So just you can use the code remove into brackets list is equals to ls. So this is the code of creating the environment. So if you have a lot of objective at this end, you can use this code to create them. So after that, press enter. So you realize now my environment is empty. We have nothing on this. So it means now I come back to my code. So I execute the first one, which is a library read R. So I run that. So the next step is this practice, the code for data. I just highlight that and I click execute. Good. You see we have the same. Now I've been able to route the data from the R script. Now this is the data. So to view this data, you can just click here to view it, and now this is the data. So that's how easily you can import CSV data from the external folder, wherever in your storage, using this tidyverse. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please share, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and always press the notification bell so that you can be able to get new notification on the new videos. Thank you. See you next time.